back to my channel. If this is your first time here, hello, my name is Mika. Thank you so much for stopping in. Heart to heart, ladies, are you looking for a man, a husband, or a sponsor? Come on now, we really have to think about this. A lot of things that I see going around social media is telling me that a lot of women are looking for sponsors, or they're just accepting any man just because he has the part that makes him a man. Let's talk about this because we have lost sight and vision of what God wants for us. And I know some of you are like, I'm sick and tired of hearing you talk about God, but we need to be serious. We need to get real. We need to get intentional, because the world that we're living in now, you have to have God. Especially you trying to go into intimate relationships with people, you need God on your team. Women are being taken advantage of. They're being unalived. They're being played. They are getting things that they cannot get rid of because they are trying to walk this thing called life without God. Don't let that be you. Don't you get caught in the fire being one of the women that chooses to go their own way and not have God, and then still try to connect yourself with somebody else. Because if you're dating without God, you're just dating off the flesh. You're dating off what society deems as special, as good, as a good catch. But what does God say is a good catch? So let's talk about that. And this is not in any way to judge you or to make you feel less than or to make you feel like you're just doing everything completely wrong. I'm really just here to try to help you. I'm not a married woman myself. I get it. You may look at me and be like, girl, shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. But I'm telling you, trying my best to be in relationship with God, things have drastically changed between the people I chose back then versus the relationship that I'm currently in. Now, let me give you a disclaimer. Nobody's perfect. You're not going to know everything 100%. You're still going to make mistakes in dating. You're going to feel like God's going to be tugging on you, but his voice is so small. You have to be open and willing to follow God's guidance. Because if you're not, you're going to just miss all the red flags. Now, what I was saying before, are you looking for just a man? If you're looking for just a man, then girl, go ahead and go out here and get any man you want. There's a pick of a litter out here. There's a lot of them. Married, single, in situationships, you name it, they're out there. Is that what you want though? A man who has no guidance. A man who is not seeking God. A man who does not know what love is. Who doesn't know how to love you. Who doesn't want to love you. He just wants to sleep with you. If that feels good to you, go right ahead. There's a lot of men out here, but I promise you in the end, you're going to be brokenhearted. You're going to be so scorned. Because that man is just a man. That means he's not mentally in a space to be a husband. He's just a man. He'll get you pregnant. He'll go on trips with you. He'll have fun with you. Whatever you want. But it's all going to be on a fleshly level. It's all going to be surface level. Are you looking for a husband? Mika, what's a husband? If I got a man, he could be a husband. Yeah, but that's where you're wrong. Because not every man is a husband. And not every woman is a wife. So first of all, are you a wife? I'll wait. Because that's important. You can't be seeking to have a husband if you're not in position to be a wife. You're not doing things to get yourself prepared. You should be already living as a wife right now. Meaning that you're honoring your body. You're respecting your body. You're respecting God. You honor God. You trust God. You get your strength from God. You're not out here doing what everybody else is doing just because it looks fun. You're not out here half-dressed. You're modest. You're honest. You're a hard worker. Not saying you're out here hustling, but you know how to work towards the things that you need. You know how to take care of yourself. You already know how to do these things. A wife is somebody who is coming to be with a husband, and she becomes his helpmate. Meaning you cannot be out here just living wild, getting drunk, sleeping around, doing whatever you want to do, getting all these soul ties, possibly STDs, kids, or just emotional stress, just doing whatever you want to do, and hitting the clubs, doing all this stuff, and then expect to be sifted out of the crowd as a wife. You need to already be a wife. Your mind needs to be clear. You need to be in position to come to that man and be able to help him. We forget about that. As women, your job is to help out your husband. It's not to take care of your husband. Let's get that right, because some of you women take that a little too far and you are actually out here sponsoring men, which we'll get on that in a moment. But that's not your job. But you do need to already come equipped. You need to know how to handle life situations. You need to be emotionally mature. You need to be walking in your purpose. That's how you attract your husband. Other than that, you're attracting just men. That's it. With no purpose, no guidance, because you don't even know what you want for your life. So how do you expect a man to just come and save you? Let's be mature and correct in what we're asking for. Whatever you are, you're going to attract that. And yeah, you can already be a woman who is on the right track, who is wife material, who is already a wife without being a wife. That's true. And you can still attract people who are just men, who don't have any sense of direction. They don't have a relationship with God. They don't have none of the things that you need in your husband. But you already being a wife and walking with a wife's mentality, you will know that's not your husband. And you will know not to entertain him. It's really simple. People, of course, are going to want you. But it's up to you who you allow and put in different positions in your life. There's a lot of people that's going to want you. Even once you're married, there's still going to be people who want you. That don't mean you're going to just go cheat on your husband just because people want you. So stop using that as an excuse. Well, I get myself together, but for what? Everybody else, I still attract this kind of man. Well, maybe that is true. But if you're noticing that it's a pattern, you're attracting a lot of the same type of man, that somebody you don't want or somebody you don't feel is a husband, maybe it's some internal work that you need to be doing. That's why you're attracting that person, that type of energy to you. And then lastly, are you looking to attract a sponsor? Y'all know what I'm talking about. There's a lot of women out here on the internet giving single women advice that is not of God. And that is not the type of information or advice you should be giving for a woman who's looking to be spotted by her husband. You're not supposed to be finding your husband. You're supposed to just be visible so that your husband can find you. That makes sense? You can live everyday life and your husband will find you. I promise you. I hear it all the time. I've known people who met their husbands in a parking lot, who's met their person in traffic, who's met their person at work. Like, you can just be living normal life. Let's get that clear. You don't need to be on all these dating apps. You don't need to be searching high and low for him. He will find you if you are his wife and he is ready and God has given him permission to go ahead and talk to you and to marry you. He will find you. And if you are in position and you are showing up as a wife, he will notice you. So stop searching high and low. Put the flashlight away. Let that man find you. But back to what I was saying. We got too many women out here giving bad advice. This is what's getting people unalive right here. And getting people abused, taken advantage of. Because these men aren't stupid. You telling them to find a man with money and just be with him for his money. As long as he got money, he can afford you. That's not a husband. That's not a husband. That's a perk. That's a cherry on top if you are able to marry a man who is a husband, who is a man of God and has money. But he needs to be 6'4". He needs to have 6 figures or more. He needs to have 2-3 cars. He needs to have this nice house. Does that mean that he is a husband? And does that mean that he would want to be good to you? You just come in with your suitcase and your body. What are you really adding to his life? So you're looking for a sponsor, honey. That's not a husband. You cannot make a man who has all these options want to choose you when you're just a pretty woman who's willing to do freaky things to him. That's only going to be for so long because our bodies change and our sex drives change over time. Then he'll be out looking for somebody else. But if you want a true husband, stop looking for men that's going to just pay for it. Who's going to pay to have you in their life. Let's make it make sense. Stop looking for a man to take care of you, but then saying he doesn't have the right to tell you what to do, but he's taking care of you. Stop looking for a man who's going to just dish out all this money, but then also complain when he has other women, because there's a lot of women out there after the same thing, and he has all these women throwing themselves at him. Stop complaining when he's not loyal to you, because he's not even a man of God in most cases. In most cases, especially if he's sleeping with you, you know for a fact he's not a man of God. Stop expecting a man of God to come in the form of a man who is willing to be a sponsor, willing to pay for prostitutes, because honestly, some of y'all are here making yourselves look like prostitutes, or a man who doesn't have any sense of direction, who doesn't really care, who just want to live life for himself, not for you, not for God. He just want to live his life. Stop looking for a husband in that. Get your life right. Get focused on God. Get your bodies right. Be healthy. Do what you have to do for you. Get mentally right. Get off the internet looking for how to date, and go to God for your answers. And I promise you, it's going to take a while. Trust me. I was single for almost 5 years before I met somebody. And I'm just in a relationship right now. I'm just talking to somebody. I'm not married yet. And, you know, it's up to God what happens in my relationship. But I'm just saying, it took me that long to find a man who I felt God was saying it's okay to date this person, to commit to this person. It took a long time. And I got irritated and frustrated too. I'm not going to lie. But I'm so glad that I took my time. I dated a lot of people. But God kept telling me no, the people would ghost me, or I would have to ghost a person, or they'd be crazy, or there'd be something that God's like, absolutely not, get rid of them. Trust me, I understand. And having a man with money, it does feel good, but it's not what's most important. But y'all let me know what you think. I love y'all. Y'all my sisters. I will forever respect every last one of you, no matter what you do in your life, because none of us are perfect. But I'm just here to just help you open your eyes and to really think about what type of man you're truly looking for. What type of relationship are you really wanting? My honest opinion is that 90% of us are desiring husbands, not just situationships, boyfriends, or sponsors. Would you let me know what you think? Drop your comments in the comment box below, or you can leave me an email. Let me know what you think in there. We could discuss it privately. You can leave me a new topic idea. I feel like it's something I can't speak on, I will do so for you. Just let me know what you think. We'll keep the conversation going, and we will talk next time. Bye.